Good day, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tutorial Master. Today, we'll be looking at differentiations, and there are different ways in which we can solve the questions under differentiations. I will list 6 ways by which we can solve questions under differentiations. The first one is using the general method. The second one is using the first principle. The third one is using the chain rule, often known as functions of a function. The fourth one is using the product rule. The fifth is the quotient rule. And the sixth is the implicit differentiation. We are going to touch each of these methods one after the other. But in this video, I'm going to touch the general method, which is the first method. Okay, using the general method, let's say, for example, you are given x raised to the power of n, and you ask to differentiate. By the time you differentiate this is a general method. You will use this power to multiply this x, then subtract 1 from this power. That is, this will give us, using this n to multiply this, it will be n times x, then subtract 1 from this power. The power is n, subtract 1 will give us 1 minus n minus 1. So this is what it gives us. By the time you use n to multiply this, to be equals to n x raised to the power of n minus 1. So this, the formula used for the general method. Let me give us 1 or 2 examples. For example, example 1. Let's say if y equals to x raised to the power of 6, find the y, the x. At times they may say differentiate. What they mean there is still the y dx. So if you are differentiating this, as I've said, y equals to x raised to the power of 6. You use this power, which is 6, to multiply it, and then subtract 1 from the power, which is 6. So it will give us the y, the x, equals to, using 6 to multiply it, to be 6 times x. Subtract 1 from this power, that will be 6 minus 1. So this gives us 6 times x. That will be 6x. 6 minus 1, that will be, that will be 5. That is our final answer. Y, the x. Example 2. If y equals to 3x raised to the power of 5 plus 5, find the y dx. Let's say you ask to find the y dx at this case. The y dx equals to, just as I've said earlier, that you use the power to multiply it, and then subtract 1 from the power. Now that would be 5 times 3x raised to the power of 5 minus 1. That is for this aspect. We are going to differentiate this. This is a constant number. Whenever you are differentiating a constant number like this, a constant number, it may be 9, it may be any number. It can be 5, it can be 4, it can be 2, it can be 1. Whenever you are differentiating it, a constant number like that, it will give you 0. Whenever you differentiate a constant, it will give you 0. So this automatically will give us 0. So we don't need to write it. This will give us 5 times 3, which is 15, x raised to power of 5 minus 1, 4. That is the example. That's just it. Thank you. Example 3. If y is given to be 2x raised to power of 14 plus 7x raised to power of 5 plus x, and you ask to differentiate, the y dx equals to, as I've said, you use this 14 to multiply it and then subtract 1 from 14, which is equals to 14 times 2x raised to power of 14 minus 1 plus, you also differentiate this one separately again. You differentiate this one separate. So differentiating this, use this 5 to multiply it, then subtract 1 from 5. That will be 5 times 7x raised to power of 5 minus 1 plus. Now, what is the power of this? This one has a power of what? 1. It has a power of 1. So if you use 1 to multiply it, it will still give you x. Then you will now subtract 1 from the power. The original power is 1. So by the time you subtract 1, as we have done for this, you subtract 1 from the power. That will be 1 minus 1. So this will give us 14 times 2. That will be 28x raised to power of 13 plus 5 times 7. That will be 35x raised to power of 5 minus 1. That is 4 plus x raised to power 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 will give us 0. And x raised to power of 0, as I've said, any variable or any number, any variable, any number, what do I mean by variable? All this alphabet, it can be y, it can be x, it can be m, it can be n. Let's say n raised to power 0, or x raised to power 0, or y raised to power 0, or 5,000 raised to power 0, 2,000 raised to power 0, 50 raised to power 0. They will all give us 1. Anything, any number or any variable raised to power 0 will give us 1. So this one will give us 1. And our final answer is 28x raised to power of 13 plus 35x raised to power of 4 plus 1. Thank you.